Another day, another sickness, another round of antibiotics.
But you're on something. You saw someone.
I did.
And you have a sinus infection.
Yeah,
you had
come
a
on.
fever.
Woo.
And now you're going to go have a good weekend of rest. And you're going to feel better on Monday.
Yeah, I'm treating it with a little ibuprofen, little amoxicillin.
You're going to be great.
Yeah.
Just try not to talk over the weekend because you don't want your voice to go. That's the worst.
Talk. This actually, in reality, this is the worst I'll be all day. Like doing the show
is the worst.
It just kills you. And then eventually I'll go home and settle down. But today in the podcast, probably the most important thing that you're going to hear today is talk about V. V is a TV series.
You put this in here as the most important thing?
Yeah, I did. Okay. The second most important thing is we talked to Dawn from Fireflight about her new music that's out today.
There's new music from Fireflight, so if you're familiar with them from Radio U, it's in the podcast. You can also check it out wherever you're watching or listening to our podcast, which could be on our Radio U Riot Facebook page or our Radio U Riot YouTube channel. They're sent there, too.
Also, I'm a Bitcoin investor now. So I'm making lot. I'm making so much money now.
You're an investor, an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm, yep. And National Pizza Day.
We should have more with that.
Emotional support.
By that I mean eating a pizza.
You just mean we should have had a pizza.
Well, I really love breakfast pizzas, and I only had like one frozen company do that little one where you put it on that foil.
Yeah.
Stand in the microwave. It's like a tiny thing, and it's like a gravy sauce with eggs, and it's a biscuit crust.
That's delicious.
They're amazing, but I really wish we could have like a big version of it.
Man, where do you think I could just go buy one of those?
There used to be, didn't Domino's at Dayton University?
Domino's in Dayton, yeah, they did that.
A while ago, like they had a 24-hour or one that was open for breakfast.
Yep.
But that was a long time ago, and I never heard how that ended up.
Well, yeah.
So they could do a breakfast pizza.
That sounds delicious.
Yes,
I'll have that.
All right. Well, you guys do something more with it, too, and maybe have pizza today.
Work amongst yourselves. Make some magic happen. And you guys have a great weekend.
And you, too.
I'm already having a great weekend. It's the Riot.
Waking up with the Riot makes your nightmares not seem so bad. Actually, you might want to just go back to sleep. Radio U.
So this week was, of course, the Super Bowl over the weekend. And during the Super Bowl, Netflix dropped their big The Cloverfield Paradox announcement.
Yeah.
In which case, they released that movie on Netflix as soon as the Super Bowl was over. I was excited. Just the whole thing. I had been planning. I knew there was a new Cloverfield movie coming out. I had 100% planned on going to see it in the movie theater. And for them to just say to me, Obadiah, don't.
We gotcha.
Don't. We want you to stay home. You're going to be sick later this week. You don't even know that yet. You need your rest. Sit in that recliner. Watch this movie at home. And that's what I did. I watched The Cloverfield Paradox. It is kind of a mess. And yet at the same time, I enjoyed it.
We pay for it monthly, but it's a free mess outside of that, okay?
You forget you're already paying for it monthly. You're excited a lot. Okay, let's be honest. Most people in your life, once they figure out they've got you monthly, think about your cable company. What do? They offer you something great at first, and then they're like, we're just going to jack up the rates, and you're never getting anything from us again, ever. I'm happy to see Netflix making an effort. Now, here's where you start to ask questions, though. Word on the street is the Cloverfield Paradox cost about $40 million to make.
That's so much money.
And now...
And they bought it for $50 million.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The word on the street as well is that they paid $50 million for it.
Netflix.
Now, think of this. They also had to buy commercial time during the Super Bowl. So they probably all said, have a good $55 million wrapped up in that one publicity stunt movie they dropped this week.
So it's probably two-sided. You are helping your brand have a loyalty by giving people more items because then eventually they might not like you as much anymore. They might cancel. So you got to spend some money to make some money even down the road.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of things, it's like I still find it fascinating if they would think that having this movie or Bright or any of the other stuff they've been pushing leads to new subscribers in our country.
It must, though.
I know it must, but it's like, unless it's just like, well, I'm finally old enough to get my own account. No one does that because everybody just jumps on each other's accounts.
I don't know. I guess it depends. I will tell you this. Your living situation changes, a new Netflix account comes out of that. almost without fail, because at some point it's like, all right.
At some point, you can't use someone else's login anymore.
Like, people are wanting to know. People are now asking me. That's how you know you've grown up. Is people are asking you if they can use your Netflix password, and you realize that you don't have your own Netflix password. Man, that's like Facebook official. That's going into a different level right there.
That's something.
It is. So, here's what I want. I just want 5 minutes with the people at Netflix. I want to be like, look, that's my money you're spending. Okay. I realize I'm just a customer. You guys, whatever. But can you tell me, was it worth it?
I know you just are dying, aren't you?
I just want somebody to tell me if it was worth it. If you guys say it was worth it, then yes, fist bump. If it wasn't worth it, please be careful, because I can't have you guys jacking up my monthly fees again.
The Worst of the Riot box set is now available nowhere, because we know you wouldn't want it anyway. It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
It is the Riot. We want to say good morning to Jerome. He called us from New Hampshire, which yesterday we established is Nikki's new home state.
Might just be where I need to move to.
It's like 100 miles long, 60 miles wide. It's perfect.
I don't know why.
Well, I said it before, Nikki. You're a big fish. We're going to put you in a small pond.
True. I want to be the focus.
You're going to be the boss of New Hampshire.
I think I need to do vacation there first just to make sure. I don't want to, move and not be happy there.
Right. Well, the thing is, Nikki, I know that you probably feel some sense of loyalty to Radio U, even though after all these years, what has it ever done for you?
Well, a lot. It's been wonderful.
Don't.
I wouldn't want to leave.
Don't. Here's the thing, Nikki. Right here, I've got a list. 5 signs it's time to move into a new career. So, all right, well,
let's start at 5.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, you tell me, do you feel boxed in?
Oh, well, the room is meant to feel that way.
It's kind of a box. It's dark in here.
It is. It's got soundproofing all over everything. So it's meant to be comforting, I guess, like one of those heavy blankets.
But in reality, do you feel like...
It is just closing in on it's a box,
okay,
yeah.
So then we're gonna call that a big yes.
Okay, so there's 1.
Okay, so there's 1. Let's see. 2, going to work fills you with dread.
No, but it's just, you have the full day ahead of you. Easy there. It's okay. I mean, why wouldn't I love being here?
It's good. Are you scared right now?
No. I mean, for health reasons, yes, but not for anything else.
All right, number 3. So wait, so that was...
I'm going to say no on that.
We're 1 and 1.
Yeah.
We're 1 and 1. Okay. Always feeling negative.
I try not to.
All right. Yeah,
in my mind, quietly, I'm probably more negative than I am vocally. A lot of people slap a happy face on it.
Yeah.
But it's still a little tiring.
Well, I want you to know that you can see
the hurt in the eyes.
I do. How about number 4? Oh, yeah, this one right here. You don't care about improving your skills.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. No.
Have I given up a long time ago?
Yeah. I mean, we all know it. But and then number 5, and this I feel like is probably the most important one right here. You may need to divorce your manager. According to this article, you don't leave a job. You leave a manager.
So the person above you?
That's the person that's the real problem right there. So that's something to think about.
I don't know if that is a statement that should be made across the board for all people who are leaving their job.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take a little ownership if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, so that was the 5 things. Here's a couple more that aren't on the list but are on a different list.
And I'm sorry, the list was
like 5 signs that it's time for you to make a change professionally. Yeah. Okay. Other ones, you feel burnt out or stressed all the time.
Well, that's every day for anybody.
No, Nikki, it's just for you.
No, that's...
Are you anxious and constantly worried? Oh, my gosh. You're highly emotional or extra sensitive?
Oh, well, I am more sensitive.
You become negative and your attitude is cynical.
No, I mean, the glass is obviously half full. I'm not cynical.
So you're only saying that. This is your oppositional defiance disorder coming out.
I don't want to be the wrong.
It is, because you're like, I would never say it was half empty. That's ridiculous. I always say half full. You're half empty.
It's not a half empty, half full thing. I just throw the glass across the room. So just break it.
Yeah, that sounds like burnout and stressed all the time to me.
Aww.
Anxious and constantly worried.
Well, take a reflective look at your employing situation. Mm-hmm. And if any of those checked off, don't leave your job until you have another one to go to.
Well,
that's the only thing I would say.
Okay. I'm just going to addendum. Maybe it's not that. Maybe don't leave until you have vision for your future. And your future, like Nikki's, may only need 2 words. New Hampshire.
I think I can find a nice, lovely job there.
A Hampshire. It's perfect.
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Here's why I'm looking for my phone. Yesterday, Nikki got me something from Panda Express. I paid her with the Cash App, like we do. Then I discovered that I had a bunch of money wrapped up in the Cash App. $22 to be exact.
But you don't know where it came from.
I think it just came from people paying me with cash.
Yeah.
And if you don't cash out, cash holds that money locally like PayPal would, and then you can use it for whatever. Then on a whim, I was like, I saw that there was a Bitcoin option in there, and I was like, that's funny. You can just buy Bitcoin using this cash. And since I had this money, then I was like,
You didn't know you had it. You weren't planning on it.
I just decided to screw around. So I put $22 into Bitcoin yesterday. And as of late last night, it was worth $21.27.
Yay, you lost money.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
I think you have to have gotten Bitcoin a long time ago and had farms for it to make some money.
No, totally.
Like that time's passed if you just sink it in a couple of dollars.
And then I was like, no. Okay, I'm going to use it I'm going to take this Bitcoin and I'm going to spend it online. Oh, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't.
They basically just locked your money up? Can you cash it out?
You can, but to cash it from cash into Bitcoin, that is not an easy process. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just screwing around.
This is our age group's version of like stock market.
What I wanted to know is I just wanted to buy something with Bitcoin. So I could say, yes, I had bought something with Bitcoin. But dude, that is not getting that money from there into like a Bitcoin wallet so that it was accessible. No, I'm still trying to get it figured out. No, let me rephrase that. It's not that I'm trying to get it figured out. You have to do all this stuff to set up a Bitcoin wallet, number one. Then they have to verify your identity, and it's like on and on and on and on and on.
Now,
and blockchain.
Listen, it was hard when you first set up, something at the bank, so it's probably the same way.
Maybe it is.
I just want to make sure.
Maybe it is. So I don't know, but I just thought it was funny that all I did was push a button, and my money was just worth less. Within minutes, it was worth less. I just watched it all day yesterday, like down. And not even, you would think like, hey, for your dollar to be worth less, and granted, I don't pay attention to commodities and markets often, but for you to have cash sitting there and somebody's like, yeah, no, here, can I have that $1? Here's 50 cents. That's what, it's not worth what it used to be worth.
You did good. Look at you investing.
Oh, yeah.
Big spender.
I'm always getting in before it gets big.
You got to stick around even during the tough times, okay? You don't
Markets fluctuate, Nikki.
That is normal. You don't just need to try to cash out.
Yeah.
Just let it sit there and just ride the wave.
I'm riding the wave, dude.
Let's see what you end up with.
I'm so riding the wave right now.
What if you end up in like 10 years, you forget, and you're like, I've got $1 million. No, you don't.
Didn't that happen to 50 Cent or something? He put money in Bitcoin, and he found like $20 million.
You'll go in and be like, I owe money?
The worst of the riot. Proof that you're already living in that dark future dystopia. Radio U.
It is #National Pizza Day.
Pizza Day?
Yep.
Well, where are we at? Why don't we have pizza going?
Mm-hmm.
We should have ordered some last night. Had it
ready for today.
Yeah, and then you just warm it up in the oven.
It's a great idea. I love what you're...
No, we have nothing.
I love where you're going. Now, we have each other, and we have our friendship.
You're not pizza.
And we have... I'm not
either.
If you want to know the truth, that would be hurtful, except when comparing me to pizza. I'm no pizza. That is...
I was trying to think if we even have
comfortable
any...
with that comparison.
It's like we don't even have any leftovers or frozen pizza here.
No, we sure don't. But I will tell you that I've got a list here of things that you could get if you want to go get some pizza discount. Are you ready?
Yeah, for today.
Personal favorite, Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Buy any large pizza. Get a large, thin, and crispy pepperoni pizza free.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Head over to Chuck E. Cheese, get a couple pitchers of beer, take in a fight.
If you could, like, not go in, I remember that their pizza was always really good because it was always very buttery. Like, you could tell it had a lot in there, or just to me, it seemed like it. But I'm not going in to get a pizza there.
But I mean, like, you're there to play the game and have some pizza.
No, I'm not.
No, that could be, Nikki, oh my gosh, like, that could be a cute, like, date. Where you're like,
yeah.
let's go to Chuck E. Cheese.
For Valentine's Day.
We'll have this, for Pizza Day. And then we'll go in because it's National Pizza Day.
Well, give me another option.
All right, how about Pizza Hut?
Yeah, okay.
You've got a Pizza Hut problem.
We don't need to say it that way. I don't. I have it like maybe once a quarter.
No, you have a Pizza Hut problem, and that's what I refer to when people like Pizza Hut.
I like it. I don't mind it.
You have a Pizza Hut problem.
I have a very nice Pizza Hut in my area. They're very nice.
Do you know that Pizza Hut and Taco Bell are owned by the same company?
Yes. I do.
Do you see the lines that are beginning to connect right now?
No, I don't.
You begin to see.
What's their deal?
Okay.
We don't need.
I don't know. What is their deal?
Let's not have a negative comment about every pizza place so far.
Okay, whoa.
I did
hang
Chuck E.
on.
Cheese,
I was
and
going to say,
did Pizza Hut.
You're the one that was slinging mud on the Chuck E. Cheese name.
No, let's try as a team.
Okay, here
so
we
what
go.
does
All
Pizza
right.
Hut give us?
Pizza Hut. Hut Rewards members. Is that you?
I think I am.
Okay.
I think I am.
You can get a 30% off all menu-priced pizzas.
All right.
AKA, their regular deal is probably better. All right? Okay, how about this, Nikki? Whole Foods.
Sure.
A large take-and-bake pizza for only $9.99.
Now it is a gluten-free cauliflower crust. Actually, no, it's more normal now.
Their take-and-bake pizza is $9.99 on sale. On sale. Like, to me, $10 for a take and bake, way too much. I'm doing the baking for crying out loud. Like,
so what else? What else? Anything else? Papa John's? Domino's?
I do not have a Papa John's or a Domino's special listed here.
I guess maybe check your local place.
Baskin Robbins.
Why?
Well, they're doing a Sweetheart Polar Pizza. You can get a sample.
Is it
it's
an ice cream pizza?
Yeah, you can get a free sample between 3 and 7 p.m.
To get you to then order one for Valentine's Day?
Well, I mean, I think that's what they're hoping. It'd be nice if you do that. Wouldn't it be great?
I say what you do is you get enough angst from having it just be Friday. Get that all like building in you, and you just walk on into your local pizza place and say, hey, it's National Pizza Day. What are you going to do?
What is your problem?
What is your thing for me? And then see if they give you a discount.
Okay, I just looked at Domino's. I don't see any mention of Domino's National Pizza Day. Of course, I should probably check their social media to see if it's
Facebook.
just... Yeah, all right, well, or Papa John's. But, dude, I haven't had Papa John's in a long time. Get one of those little garlic butter dipping cups. Oh, that's
so
good.
Hungry.
That sounds good,
Doesn't
right?
a pizza buffet sound really good? Like all the options.
I've never said no to that. I've never said no, Nikki. A pizza buffet doesn't sound good.
Don't want to talk to the Riot? We completely understand. Text instead. 877-2-RADIO-U.
Yesterday I went to Minute Clinic, there's some that's a branded name now. So I went to the Little Clinic.
They're all something
Our
clinic.
Little Clinic or Oi Little Clinic or something.
Something that's not a doctor, but you go to
Nurse
Walgreens or a CVS or a grocery store, and they have a walk-in thing.
It actually wasn't bad. I was able to sign in online, and they were like, the wait is 45 minutes. So I showed up at the 40-minute mark, and I practically walked in. It was surprisingly easy to do that.
That to me is shocking because it was true to time. I would have
Yes,
thought, 45 minutes, then you get there and you wait an extra 30.
Well, apparently not.
That's just your doctor.
I mean, I waited, all said and done, I probably waited somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, but I got to tell you what, that's not bad. That happens at a pizza place. This is a healthcare facility. When I got in there, we're discussing symptoms, aches, pains, fever,
concerns,
coughing, et cetera, and she was like, you work in radio? Well, I can see where this would be a real problem for you. So we, talked all that out, and they're like, hey, we want to make sure you don't have the flu. And I was like, okay.
I think they have to check everybody nowadays.
And then they brought out the swab.
The long one?
what
Up
in
your nose.
the heck
Is that?
dude? What in the
And you
heck?
try not to be like a baby, but you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
My thought was, I was like, man, I've had surgery on my nose. Like, this is nothing. That lady jammed it up there, and I'm like, what are you? You're not
What
supposed
are you doing to me?
People aren't supposed to touch things up there.
I know.
Don't put that in there again.
It's because of the surprise where at first you're like, you think it'll just be lower and it's not going to be a problem. And then she goes up further than you think she
starts
did.
wiggling around.
You're like, oh my gosh.
And I was like,
I'm fine. I'm
I
okay.
did. I was finally like, okay, can I get like a tissue or something? And then, man, whatever the heck was on that swab, I could taste it for like an hour
yuck.
after that. An hour. Now the good news is no flu.
But you have a sinus infection.
Just a sinus infection, so no flu. But then the lady, like as I'm leaving, she's like, now, you currently are testing negative for the flu. However, you are in a weakened state.
Yeah. Oh,
And
because you
so-
could still pick it, even though you had a flu shot.
And she's like, and you have symptoms of the flu currently. So as a result, I recommend blah, 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 blah. And doctors are like, you should take the next week off. And you should go on an all-liquid diet.
Can I talk to your boss for you?
And here's a piece of paper. Show them at work, and they'll pay you time and a half for sitting at home
Because you got the swab up your nose.
for this swab. So you go right ahead there.
Dude, no, I mean, the flu has been tough. Like, someone here has it, and you have the sinus infection.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get something, this is better.
So I'm worried because now you got a lot of stuff floating around.
There are things
and
floating.
the person with the flu, I guess, can't even get up.
Well, here's the thing.
And I don't want that.
No, I don't either. Like, I'm
I don't
not
want
just,
that.
I'm not just saying I don't want it. Like, Nikki, I mean it.
You can at
Look
least
me in the eye.
I don't want
mean
it either.
Well,
None of us
I
do.
mean it. I don't want
I
it.
like to get out of bed to have the choice. I don't want to get out of bed, but I don't want it to be I can't get out of bed.
I like that. I want to live in a getting out of bed optional world.
But don't take
when-
the choice away.
When you take the choice away, whatever choice you take away, it's what I want. If I'm not allowed to stay in bed, I want to stay in bed. If I have to stay in bed, I am getting up.
So we don't want anything else. This is it.
You don't have to apologize unless you've done something wrong.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't even think straight right now.
This is the worst of the riot. We're very, very sorry.
Yay!
Wait, before we get her on the phone,
Oh, you want to
Let
get
me
your
get-
coughing out of your way?
let me try to get all my coughing out before we actually start.
Maybe Dawn or anybody with Fireflight, maybe they've been sick too.
Maybe they have.
It's an epidemic that's going
Maybe they
everywhere.
have. Dawn, have you been sick anytime recently?
I have not. I have been bucking the trend.
Okay.
So,
That's how I feel
Thankfully-
too.
thankfully, the flu, I have not succumbed to the flu as of yet.
Okay, well, they jammed something very far up my nose yesterday. And they
I've
say,
been there, brother.
yeah, they say I don't have the flu either,
But you have a sinus infection.
Okay.
but I'm definitely on drugs right now.
So we'll see how this goes.
You know, the way I look at it is at least today we know.
Yeah.
We know you're on drugs.
Yeah, we're
I
going
feel
in.
more confident knowing it off the bat.
Yeah, eyes wide open here, guys.
Compared
no
to
illusions.
every other day this week where I've been very afraid every time he's about ready to talk. So
You're just not sure.
I know,
You're
that's
just not
exactly
sure.
it. So if he says anything, just know he's sick, okay?
So, Dawn, talk to us. How are you doing?
This is Dawn from Fireflight, in case you did not catch that.
Hi, I'm Dawn from Fireflight, and we are a rock band.
All right.
I am super excited about life. You know, I'm getting my Friday state of mind on,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
I'm super pumped about everything in general.
Okay.
I've already done like 50 jumping jacks this morning.
You're ready to
and
go.
I've been running in place for the last 15 minutes just getting ready for this interview.
Yes.
And so I am just contagiously, wildly excited.
Okay.
I love that
Now,
enthusiasm.
I do too, but Dawn, I feel like you're compensating.
Oh, no.
Well, I will say, if you've been counting down, like today is a big day for Firefly. The brand new song, I Won't Look Back, is finally out today. So, like, you guys had a lot to get ready for.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's been a long time since we released new music, and so it's like, whoa, what's happening? And and we're like kind of just getting back in that groove, and it's the groove feels good, you know. So we are really stoked. I think that fans are going to be excited about this new song, and the people who love Fireflight are going to love this new song, and that makes us happy.
Yeah. Hey, I got to ask a question. I'm looking at the cover art for the single here. Whose hand is that in the drawing?
Oh, in it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you borrow a hand from the internet?
A lot of discussion. No, from the photographer. He photographed, I'm assuming somebody who knew.
Okay.
and so we actually discussed this hand a lot. A lot of work went into this cover. It may seem simple, but we talk so much about it. But actually, gosh, the word is just falling right out of my head here. But this hand is a representation of someone who has been oppressed and felt injustice, maybe has been imprisoned. And this represents that person lighting the match at the end of their victimization. Okay. So this person is a representation of a very important person, and hopefully a person that many people can identify with.
So it's not just a hand when you're looking at that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot more to it. Exactly.
I know. I told you, there's a lot to it. It's not just like Stephanie or whoever the photographer knew.
It's like, hey, you're here today. Why don't you come on over? Let me see your hand. It's not like that.
We're talking to Dawn from Fireflight about their
today.
new song.
Yes, the new one, I Won't Look Back, is out, and we're going to play it in a second, too. So you guys will be able to obviously get more details, and it is available on all platforms to be able to find today.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yes, indeed. We're very excited.
Dawn, you said that you guys have been, it's been a while since you put out music. What have you guys been doing with your downtime in between, in between music?
Yeah, well, I think we've just been living life and rocking out and just really trying to decide what our next project should be. And, we felt like we're kind of like in a different phase of life, spending more family time, stuff like that. I personally have been doing a side project that I'm working on releasing later this year. And, but at the same time, we wanted to keep, showing love to our fans and finding ways to keep working, hopefully facilitating God working through the music that we create. So we came up with this plan that we were going to release songs. We'd go to the studio and work on individual songs and release them as we went, as we were able. So this is the first in the lineup of hopefully many to come of new songs from Fireflight that will be released. And hopefully just be able to just keep stoking the fire that people have within them and hearing God's voice through the music that we hope to create. And we're really excited with how it's going so far. We've been in and out of the studio a lot. We've got like 4 or 5 songs in the mix right now, just we're working on them. And we're getting ready to get one in the chamber for the next release as well. So we're just going to kind of keep looking to the future. And in this new phase where we have this ability to be able to simply release songs out there to hopefully continue to be a light, even though we're not touring as much.
Sure.
And it's been really fun.
Good. It seems to be something that works for a lot of bands nowadays. So that way you can still be there for the fans, which is today. I Won't Look Back from Fireflight. So we'll post a link of that through our Radio U and our Radio U Riot Facebook page. And then if you want to check out more information, check out radiou.com as well.
So, Dawn, thank you so much for spending time with us. We look forward. I haven't heard the new song yet.
This is
going to be the first time that I've gotten to hear it as well.
Well, I'm excited to share this experience with you.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Now, no pressure, but I hope it's really good.
You might not, with how sick you are, you might not remember any of this come later today. So
I've got the benefit of the antibiotics on board here, so I'm feeling pretty good about our chances.
Okay, all right.
We thought about selling the worst of the riot, but let's be honest, no one is buying this stuff. Get it for free on the Radio U app.
Nikki, this is going to shock you. I know. So wait. Okay, you're sitting down.
That's how we do the show.
They're making a new movie.
Yeah.
Hollywood's making a movie.
Okay, which one?
They're making a movie about a TV show that got canceled, and then they remade the TV show, and it got canceled. Uh-huh. And so now they're like, we're totally making a movie, guys.
Okay, so that's not what the movie's about, though. You're just saying they're making a movie from a TV show that got canceled twice.
A failed TV show that became another failed TV show that's going to become a movie. They say it could be a trilogy of movies.
I wish I could get it, but in my mind, I think, well, there might actually be a few options.
It's everything.
Do you give me
that's
a hint?
Every show. Yeah, one letter.
One letter?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you're not going to get it.
Yeah, still not going to get it.
V.
V?
V.
For Vendetta?
No, Nikki. I said one letter. That's a letter in 2 words.
I don't know if you're just shortening it for fun.
No, there is V for Vendetta, but this is V. This is the tale of how aliens that look like humans come to Earth, cure everyone of cancer, and then we find out that the aliens just want to eat us. Remember that?
I have not seen that.
It was a show in the 80s. They did a remake. I looked at it, 2009. I hated it so much. It was so bad. And I hate watched it. I hate watched V. And they did 2 seasons of it.
Now you get a movie.
Well, now I'm fascinated. All right, guys, like nerd alert. I get into this. So the guy that made the original show back in the 80s, he also hated the TV show. So he wrote a book that was like, if they'd listened to me, this is what it would have been.
It was actually called V for Dummies. It's a new book.
So I was hate watching it. He was hate writing a book. There's just hate everywhere. And now they're saying it's time for love. We've done hate. Now love.
Is he going to be a part of the movie? Or
He's writing it. He's like doing the whole thing. I went back. I don't remember what it was. 2000 something somewhere on a network. They showed the original miniseries of the thing from the 80s. If you can stomach old science fiction, it's totally worth it.
Is it good? If
you can't, then you don't want to watch this. But like, it is cheesy in the best way possible.
Sure.
It's so earnest, and it's just it's basically like a retelling, like these are the Nazis, except they're lizard people. Woo!
Well,
but
you're selling it.
You don't know they're lizard people until something happens, and then you're like, oh my gosh, and that girl's pregnant with the lizard man's baby. And that totally happened.
Okay.
So, I mean, am I selling it to you?
You are like, I cannot wait. Not only do I want to watch the one from the 80s, you said?
That's the one you want to watch.
No, I want to watch V from the 2000s. And now I can't wait to see when they remake V as a movie because Nikki, I am totally invested.
I can't have you hate watching the 2000 series. I can't.
All of it would be hate watching.
Not necessarily.
No, all of it.
Man, don't say that about the one. Because
I don't know how you can watch old stuff like that.
I don't know.
And be so excited about it. It amazes me.
You know what? I don't know what it is, but
It's not like you were around. You weren't watching it back then when you were baby Obi. Like, I don't know why you like it.
That's just like, I mean, do you want to watch Space 1999 with me?
No.
It's the same thing. Like, it's
and I don't want to watch old Batman and Robin, like from the 50s or 60s.
I don't know why I like it. I just do, okay? Like, I can't fix it. And then you show me something that's slickly produced
could work
and awesome.
on it.
Well, I tried watching Altered Carbon, okay? It's dumb.
It doesn't matter. You're just supposed to eat that up, okay? That's new.
You're like, look, we've got guns and this guy's naked.
Okay? Like, that's what we're getting offered now.
I know. All right. I'm trying. I was just in the news and I heard about giant lizard people and I was like, Nikki's going to want to hear about this. And you're giving me that look that's like, oh, he's medicated. No. That's why he's talking about it.
No, you would have told me even if you weren't sick about this.
The Riot talks about wanting a day off, but when do we get a day off from them?
Whoa! You suck at this!
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, I believe that it was probably about 25 minutes ago that you were...
I was upset.
Criticizing me, I think, for talking about a TV series that had come out in the 80s, then reappearing in the late 2000s.
And now they're making a movie.
Yeah. And I want you to know.
If you think you're bringing in
I am.
Pride and Prejudice because they remake that, do not even.
What? No, I just wanted to...
That's a literary classic.
I just wanted to mention...
With a retelling.
No, I just wanted to mention off air that I walked to the other side of the desk and Nikki was watching a movie trailer for Orca the Killer Whale, released in 1983.
Because, was it you that talked about it? Or
Maybe.
Why did I...
Maybe.
Yes, you did. You said something about... I said, what movie is that? And so I wanted to see the trailer and it was very bad.
Yep, that's right.
So you're also that.
Well, I'm also very bad. Did you hear what you said?
I mean,
that's what you said. Everybody heard it, right? You're also that. Very bad. I got it. Thanks a lot. Now, if we could, we were also talking before. Let's see. That's 1, 2. I'm losing track of all the times Nikki said something bad about me today. So let's just jump in. This literary reworking, as Nikki said, of Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
And
are they doing something new?
Tess of the D'Aubervilles. D'Urbervilles.
Sure.
D'Urbervilles. And Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights, yeah.
Okay, now you remember like Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
Yeah.
Well, this is Pride and Prejudice if cell phones and social media were a part of the story.
So like a new retelling of it?
That's exactly right. Elizabeth Bennet, social media proves perilous when she accidentally, oh my gosh, accidentally posts a picture on Twitter of Darcy emerging from the lake with his white shirt clinging to his chest, causing a Twitter storm of epic proportions.
Is this a book, or are they going to make a movie?
No, these are movies.
Movies?
Or, no, God, they're books. I'm sorry. In Wuthering Heights, Kathy's love life is further complicated by her soon-to-be husband Edgar's social media habits and some of the things he posts online.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go very well. Let's see. What's the other one I got here? Mr. Darcy is distracted by beauties on Tinder.
I don't even think this. I don't want this to mess it up. Okay, I don't want a modern telling of Mr. Darcy.
Doubting Catherine is put off by Heathcliff's ringtone before downloading a fitness app in a bid to pull her out of a lovelorn depression.
Are these short stories or what?
I don't know. Professor John Sutherland of University College London, he wanted to show the negative impact that the internet has had on romance in modern times.
Well, I guess, sure.
So for young Tess in Tess of the D'Urbervilles, a chain of unhappy events could have been averted if Angel's phone battery hadn't died at the May dance.
I mean, can we all say that?
I mean, how many times?
As your battery died.
Okay, well, think about. I will say this. You think about what's the book that you had me read? It was your favorite one. Persuasion. Okay.
Wait. Okay.
I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I mean, the whole book is about a bunch of rich people sitting around. Someone trips, and they go to the ocean one day.
It's more than that, and it's lime.
That's the whole thing. But that being said, there is that scene. Like I read an article a year or two ago about how the scene in the bar with the envelope.
Yeah,
is that in Persuasion?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
they were talking about how that is one of the most like gut-wrenching romantic moments in all of English literature.
Yeah.
And this guy's saying that moment could not happen today
because of all social media and technology.
That could not have existed.
Sure.
So, Nikki,
I don't know. There was something more romantic back then, it seems like. Yeah. Even though we weren't then. If we were alive back then, I'm sure it was miserable and just like dating is now.
Actually,
you're welcome.
Well, read some of the Regency novels. It sounds terrible.
It does.
Like it's terrible. Really,
like I'd have to take a walk about the room.
Read
like,
Pride and Prejudice.
That's the date.
Like Pride and Prejudice, some of the things that happen to them are awful.
So now you at least have your phone to keep you company if it's an awful date.
So what you're okay? So
the
what
guy
you're actually
is getting
saying
it wrong.
Is that at least if you have a phone, someone understands you.
Now you rolled the dice. If you happen to get a Mr. Darcy back then great. But nowadays you can also find a special someone.
But Mr. Darcy was kind of an idiot, right?
He was rude.
He was rude, and now think about his rudeness multiplied across social media platforms.
Would have been the same.
He was born for the internet.
We just are okay with his rudeness. So
okay, because of that picture of him on Instagram with his shirt clinging to his wet body. It caused such a stir.
Such a stir. A Twitter storm.
Such a stir.
The Riot with Obadiah.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
The Riot with Nikki. Shut up.
Oh, don't tell me to shut up!
The Riot on Radio U.
Come on, Nikki. It's not real, is it? It's not real.
I don't know how someone could lie about this and think that the airline would just make something happen. So I don't want it to be real, but I don't know how someone could think a lie would work.
Belen Aldecosia. She was flying home to Florida from college, with her hamster Pebbles.
Little tiny hamster.
Little hamster.
She had the doctor information, all that stuff. It was a support animal for her.
Her emotional support.
I've mentioned in the past, it's not as hard to get a doctor's note for an emotional animal nowadays, so they're starting to crack down more on it because they've had people abusing it, so you don't have to pay the extra money to send a pet on the airline.
I just want to say as a side note, our emotional support tour that's coming up later this year is the docket's getting full because emotional support squirrel will be headlining.
There was a squirrel, there was the peacock the other day.
Emotional support peacock and now emotional support hamster, both on the docket. So it's going to be a big show.
The hamster's not here. And that's the part of the story that I just don't understand.
So she claims that a representative from Spirit Airlines told her that she either needed to, 1, set the hamster free, or 2, flush it down her toilet. Which, you know what? In fairness, that lady with the peacock didn't get advice like that. Hey, ma'am, if you still want to make your flight, just take the peacock in the bathroom. Shove it in the toilet. Okay, and then, you can
get on the plane.
It might take a couple flushes, but it'll be fine, I'm sure.
Don't think about that. That's terrible.
That's so crazy.
So she's saying that the airline representative told her that, and then Spirit Airlines is saying, "Nah, we did not say something like that. We did
not say that. You can't prove anybody said that."
And then she's saying that she tried to rent a car, went through all this and stuff, and by the time she went back to Spirit Airlines, she was so emotionally exhausted that she said she did flush the thing. The gerbil, so that she could get on the plane. And I cannot believe someone would do that. This is like not your dead goldfish. This is your gerbil. You're not flushing it. I can't believe someone would.
Oh, imagine the maintenance guy who gets called in and he's like...
2 days later?
He's like, I don't know what the deal is with this toilet. I swear we've done everything. Why is there a hamster in here?
I don't even know.
Who flushed a freaking hamster?
It's a really hard story to read about.
You know what? I find it not hard to read because it can't be real. Okay, all right.
Then if she got rid of her emotional animal, then how could she have even gotten on the plane anyways?
Well, apparently to
get home. She said she had to get home, but everybody says that when you're flying because you don't want to get, on another plane.
The other thing she could have done, didn't she have like a backpack?
You can hide it. Well, it goes through screening. They probably would have seen.
You're like, is there a hamster in your bag? No.
Little gerbil guy?
No, shut up. No.
I don't understand.
I don't either. The whole, everything about it is just suppose it could be real.
But the things we've seen that have been let on planes, and this is these planes, our planes, you're like, how did this thing get on here? To not let that on the plane, someone must have had I don't know what to pick with this, but they didn't want anything on.
And the only thing I would say this is just general rule of thumb. I want everybody to take this and tuck it away for later. Anytime you find yourself in a position, and it's not the zombie apocalypse. We're not making room on the space shuttles that are going to carry mankind to safety so that most of humanity will die, but at least some of us will live on. Unless you're not in some circumstances similar to that. Mm-hmm. When an employee of an organization tells you to just go ahead and kill your pet and come on already.
Just go to the other airline.
What? I'm going to start with ask for a supervisor.
Sure. Okay? You can even go to the police at that point. I'd go ask security.
Don't just the lady at the desk says flush it and go with it. At that point, we're going to take this to level 2 customer service. All right. You talk to the next person about it because one of the things I've learned about airlines is they're like, there's no way we can get you out today. You go to the other counter and they're like, you know what? Here's a ticket. Thanks for flying. We're going to let you out
today.
At least get a second opinion. Don't turn it into well, the lady said I had to flush him. So, you know what, Pebbles? It's been fun. I'll see you.
I have a hard time again believing this is real. I hope it's not.
You know what? By Monday, we're going to be talking about the retraction. That's what I think.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the Radio U network through the Radio U app or at riot.radiou.com.
I'm going to nuzzle my wet nose into your neck just like a baby bear.